SOE makes sandboxes their future. Dead Island Epidemic prepares for closed beta. EverQuest Landmark gets a developmental roadmap. Path of Exile introduces a mini expansion and more on this week's episode of Free-to-Play Weekly. SOE CEO John Smedley's new blog has a lot to say about the future of MMOs. He feels the games are leaving out very crucial player-dependent elements. One of those elements is the effective player creation and the freedom of sandbox MMOs, something that goes hand in hand with SOE's latest decision to make sandbox MMOs their new priority within the genre. "My belief is simple," Smedley wrote on his blog. "The content-driven model is not where we should be aiming as an industry. Why? It's unsustainable." Smedley went on to elaborate how SOE will be taking the idea of a sandbox and putting it at the core of everything the studio develops going forward. Smedley wants to see those whom he has been making the games for play a bigger role in the development's direction, ultimately giving players more freedom of expression. Including PlanetSide 2 and the new EverQuest series, SOE now has 3 next-gen sandbox MMOs with a 4th unannounced, but confirmed sandbox MMO in development. EverQuest's next Landmark will soon be seeing some new features added in a series of upcoming development phases during the game's continued alpha period. The first phase will focus on building community, as the initial improvements will be made to player communication and support for cooperative building. SOE is also devising a fast travel system for quickly getting to key areas, such as your claim, the hub, or even to a friend to check out what they are working on. The idea is that by keeping teleportation between players, communities can more easily be built without sacrificing the element of exploration. The second phase introduces a number of PvE elements, while also still adding more emphasis on community with the addition of guilds and a blueprint auction house referred to as the player's studio. Once player health is introduced, players will be forced to take how they wander a little more seriously, as dying will come with some untold disadvantages. SOE hopes these features on top of basic combat, treasure chests, and achievements will promote the growth of EQL and its community in the right direction. SOE plans to introduce the majority of the content announced throughout the month of March, with more content to come after. Deep Silver is raising the dead in their soon-to-come MOBA Dead Island Epidemic. This fast-paced zombie-themed addition to the Dead Island saga has begun signups for its closed beta phase. Isaac Parakin, Dead Island's brand manager, said the team received outstanding feedback from our alpha testers and are looking very much forward to many new players who will join us and help us to make Dead Island Epidemic the best possible Zomba experience. Dead Island Epidemic will combine both the worlds of zombie preparation and battle arena strategy, having players struggle for the control of supply stations, using their own crafted weapons and unique abilities, as well as team-based tactics. Area Games' free-to-play anime MMORPG Aura Kingdom saw some upgrades last week with a new content pack. The patch was added on February 11th and has since been giving eager fans some new challenges, classes, and even more stomping grounds. The update most notably added the Aura Kingdom's 9th class, the Brawler. Wielding sharp katars in both hands, Brawlers are guaranteed to shred through enemies at melee range, while collecting earth and sky charges to empower their strong abilities. Brawlers also have the ability to synergize with certain secondary weapons in order to unlock their most destructive combo skills. The patch also added a new 40-man Sky Tower raid. In it, players will be put to the task of reaching new heights as they battle their way up a tower full of relentless enemies and bosses. 10 floors are now available within the Sky Tower, with more levels planned for future content releases. Fans of the action RPG Path of Exile should be glad to hear that the action RPG will be receiving its first mini-expansion dubbed Sacrifice of the Vaal on March 5th. The update will be the first of some structural changes PoE will be seeing in 2014. It expands the core game and sets the pace for our ongoing 4 monthly updates, said Grinding Gear Games. Today we're proud to announce both the name and theme of the update while teasing some of the scope of how far the Vaal corruption has spread through Rayclast. The expansion focuses on Queen Adziri and the Vaal corruption she has brought upon Rayclast. Players will battle their way to exile glory by defeating the Vaal corruption and harnessing it to their own advantage. Much of the world has been lost to the Queen, and it is up to those on the path to victory to defeat Adziri at her own game. GGG says more information will be teased and released over the following 2 weeks, with a full reveal of content on February 28th. Last week, Turbine, developers of Lord of the Rings Online and the upcoming MOBA Infinite Crisis, let a number of employees go in a new round of layoffs. Warner Brothers, Turbine's parent company, offered the following explanation, stating, "As part of our normal business process, we're routinely looking at the strategic alignment of our company. Unfortunately, in order for us to invest in growth areas at Turbine, we have to eliminate some positions. These are always tough decisions which we don't approach lightly, but it's crucial that Turbine is structured in a way that reflects the current and coming marketplace." The number of employees fired is still unknown at this time, as is the impact, if any, on Turbine's current development plans. And the game of the week is Loadout. This high-octane, over-the-top third-person shooter will get your adrenaline pumping with billions of weapon combinations which are all sure to leave a mark. With a vast modular weapon crafting system that makes the sky the limit for customizing your own instruments of doom, Loadout is a weaponsmith's fantasy within a shooter fan's dream. As opposed to designing characters around classes like most character build schemes, Loadout offers the freedom to define your character by the weapon that you design. As if complete creative control over your arsenal wasn't custom enough, players are also given a wide variety of character mods within the outfitter to mix and match, from clothes and accessories to helmets, body hair, tattoos, and even a selection of dance-based taunts to twists, shuffle, teabag, and twerk your way to victory. You can even play naked, if you so desire. Gameplay within Loadout more closely resembles the fast-paced action of your more classic PC shooters, with both casual and competitive modes available for the free-for-all gamer or the self-proclaimed professional. With the ability to dive and dodge at your fingertips, defense is just as important of an element as your aim and accuracy. Although matches are fast-paced and raw, the mechanics are simple and intuitive, making this game easy to learn but difficult to master. So jump into this chaotic cartoon shooter from hell and let your gun do the talking in Loadout. And that's going to be all on this week's episode of Free-to-Play Weekly. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment in the comment section below. And be sure to head over to mmobomb.com for more free-to-play action. Until next time, Natsumii out.